This is part two of the series on the original Cedar Valley Nature Trail that runs from Hiawatha up to Evansdale. Part two is going to take us from the Center Point Trailhead, which is the depot there. The depot's at mile marker 13 north, and we'll be traveling up to Brandon, which is at mile marker 28 north. Okay, so we're on the bike now in front of the depot, and we're going to head north across Washington Street right here and continue heading north. The next street that we're going to come to, we're going to cross First Street, a little side street here going off into the residential area. We cross that, the next street that we're going to come to is Grub Street, and that's also the Central City Road. So Central City would be going to the right, take that. When we cross this, we go just a block or two, and then we come to Highway 920, and that's the road from Central City, or from Center Point up to Walker. So we went right here north, we would be going up to Walker. We're going to cross this. This is a pretty busy road sometimes. Cross it, and then the next thing we're going to come to is Grub Creek. Just a little tiny creek here with a tiny bridge across it. We'll go across that, and once we cross that, we're really getting out into the country now. The next major thing that we're going to come to is Blue Creek, East Blue Creek, one of the rivers that we're going to cross. We're coming up with the bridge here now. Stop and take a couple of pictures up here. That's looking off to the north, still north. That's looking off kind of to the south, and then past Blue Creek we come to Main Street, and that's just a county road here going off to the north. Once we cross that, the next thing that we are going to come to is another county road here called Urbana Road. And that would be the road that goes between Center Point and Urbana. Urbana would be to the right. Is left, and then we're going to come to Blue Creek west, and you see I got a circle there. I see a deer just running into the bushes here. As I came up on the bridge, that mama deer had 3 fawns there with her, and I had hoped to get a picture of all of them, but she was faster than I was, so I didn't. We were coming up to the tunnel under 380, and the gentleman stopped here. I think
Howdy!
He was having trouble, so
Everything okay?
Yep. Let's do a little bit.
Ohio.
Pardon?
I'm from Ohio.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, welcome to Iowa.
I love riding here, man.
The Cedar Valley
And
Nature
we go
Trail.
off through the tunnel under 380. A little wet in there sometimes, but nothing serious. It is lighted, so that's nice. Really long tunnel. I'm out the other side. I'm going to stop for a brief picture looking back at it. Looking back, and then on, heading up towards Urbana again. Through the countryside here. The little bridge that we cross. Flowers. We're actually coming into Urbana now. We're getting up close to 32nd Avenue, and 32nd Avenue would be what I would consider the edge of Urbana. And once we cross this 32nd Street, then we're in Urbana. ride into town here. We're going to come by the new library, and then this park here is where the trailhead is located. We'll turn right here into it. Right there. And we come in. We've got bathrooms. There's water here. Picnic tables. There's a repair station here, so any little place to stop. A lot of people, though, are going to go on farther north up to Sunset Street. That'd be the next street that we come to here. And then Jam's Coffee Bar is located here. That's a popular place. You just have to remember when you're coming up here that it's not open on Sunday. So here we're out of Jam's now, heading north up along the new development. And we're heading towards 31st Street, which would be Highway 150. There it is. So we're going to stop there, get across the street, and then we're really out in the country. Okay, so we're going to be riding just through the wooded area here for a little while. We've got a couple more streets we got to cross. It's going to be gravel roads coming up here. The next one that we're going to come to is going to be 54th Street. It's one of the streets that run east and west here. And coming up to that, that's the street there, 54th. Once we cross that, a little more wooded area here, pretty short, and then we're going to come to 30th Avenue. Should see that coming up here pretty quick. So this is 30th Avenue. It's a north-south road, and then we're going to get up to a pretty interesting point in the trail here. There's an area where the trail actually deviates from the old railroad bed, and we're just about up to that point now. Coming up here, we're going to make a left turn. When we turn and cross these cattle grates here, now we're off of the old railroad line, and we're on a path that goes through the fields around it. So just a couple of pictures there. So we're going to go down, going straight west now. We're going to go down here a quarter of a mile or so, and then take a right turn and back up to where we pick up the trail again. So this is really out in the open here. And once we change here, and we're going to be riding through the cornfield, and I thought a song might be in order here. Never been to West Virginia. Ain't no mountains where I was born. I was raised out on the prairie. In this land of endless corn. And just like that, we're back at another cattle crossing, and when we go through the second one here and make a little left turn, and at this point now we're back on the original old rail bed. So for the rest of the way we'll be on the rail bed. We're going to cross several roads here. I don't think they're all in the video, but 53rd Street, 29th Street. There's an old grain elevator that they used to pick up grain at. One of the streets here. The next thing we're coming to here is a new tunnel. They put this underpass in when they built up the thing to pave the trail. Made it a nice, safer way to get across that road, or under the road. We'll cross or under that, and the next thing that we're going to be coming to is going to be Bear Creek. So I picked up some people here that I'm following. We're just coming up to Bear Creek now. Bear Creek is important because Bear Creek is the halfway point of the original trail. I believe it was, when they measured it, it was actually right in the middle of the river, the halfway point. There it is. That's the new bridge over Bear Creek. That's looking off to the west. The creek, that's looking off to the east. And here's me standing there in front of a sign that they've got put up there talking about the trail. I have to say thanks to Mike for taking that picture. Next thing we're coming to here now is Frost Avenue. We're getting pretty close to Brandon now. And if we cross that, we come to a bridge here, Lime Creek. And there's a plaque there saying, giving a little information about it, history of it. And there's some cows out enjoying the cool water. Across that bridge. And then we're really basically coming into Brandon at this point. Here we are in Brandon, coming up to the trailhead. Just ahead of us, going to be on the right. Parking there. There's a big table, bathrooms, water. No repair station here, but that's the little rest area there. And then a lot of people, when they come to Brandon, they want to go see the big frying pan in Brandon. So there's a picture of me sitting in the frying pan, thanks to Mike again. And if you want to go see that, the frying pan is just a couple blocks off the trail at West Street in Maine. And kind of an interesting thing to see. Okay, we're going to end this video here. This is Brandon, mile marker 28 north. And then the next video will pick up here in Brandon, where this one leaves off. And we'll be going up to LaPorte City on the next video. And that'll take us up then to mile marker 38.